Pick any decade since the 1950s, and you will find a handful of Canadian musicians who have both dominated the planet's popular charts and influenced the sound of their generation. The Siren from Saskatoon, who redefined songwriting. That little group from Winnipeg who outsold the Beatles in 1973. The prog rock trio that went from the basements of North Toronto to the arenas of the world. Or the scrappy rockers from Kingston who were led by our nation's beloved poet of the people. And our very special Alan Slate honor recipients, like Drake, The Weeknd, Carly Rae Jepsen, and Shawn Mendes.
All you guys are so incredibly talented and shine through, and so I love you guys. Thank you for everything.
The inductees to Canada's Walk of Fame from the world of music, all 47 of them, are truly beyond famous.
Here we go, let's go.
Well, of course, I'm very proud to have a star on Canada's Walk of Fame. I mean, that was something I could never have imagined.
It's just a grand feeling to be part of this club.
Well, it was great. I mean, getting inducted into the Walk of Fame was amazing. I remember the day so clearly, and it was a big deal. It was not a small deal, it was a big deal.
But it's a more emotional experience when it's coming from your peers and in your own country.
Oh, my first thought was, wow, that's nice. I was very early in this, and I thought, oh, that's a great idea, and then to be included myself, it's a very warm and fuzzy feeling.
It's so gratifying. It's like being recognized for something that you did. And when I looked at the star and I said, wow, people are going to walk on me, you know, on my star.
You know, growing up in a small town in Canada, aiming for my dreams that were so far away. And some like Tom Cochrane, you know, I was going to his concerts as some of my first teen concerts.
How can anyone express in mere words the pride we feel as Canadians towards a true national treasure? The incomparable, the amazing Shania Twain.
I'm a Canadian through and through. I'm very proud of that.
To sit there and be a recipient of that and being embraced by those around you, it's very cool, very cool.
And I remember sitting with Paul Anka, and I remember just, you know, the buzz of the night was just so great.
There is no one in David's league in terms of his musicality. His brilliance as a musician has been ongoing, and Canada needs to be very proud.
Well, when you look at Paul Anka's career, if you have ever wanted to question why he's earned his star on the Walk of Fame, I mean, there's just no question. He plays piano, he's a producer, he's a songwriter, he's an artist, he's a great singer, and he's literally a Canadian treasure.
And I thank all of you for the wonderful, wonderful honor that you have bestowed upon me.
It's very emotional. Someone like Bublé, who with David Foster is very much a part of his career, and then to have Michael, these few steps later in life, start singing about you and acknowledging you.
The Walk of Fame soon bears your name, and we're all here to cheer it. Let's hear it. God bless you, Paul. Congrats, my man.
When Michael got put into the Walk of Fame, what was the most exciting part for me to watch is he knew what he'd accomplished, and he was thrilled to be in their company, to be in that actresses company. Wow, you know, that gave him a real sense of being accepted in the arts, not just as a pop star or a music star.
This Burnaby kid is the proudest boy in the room tonight. You have no idea how happy I am to be receiving this honor.
Thank you.
One highlight was Colin James doing Born to Be Wild, and John Kay from Steppenwolf, who was probably 70 years young at the time, jumping up from the audience and then singing the second verse.
Get your motor running and head out on the highway.
I mean, that was extraordinary. I mean, I probably could name 50.
Taking care of business. Let's hear it. All right, over here. Everybody sing it. Life is a highway, and I wanna ride it all night long.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Home, I'm coming home. always represent Canada the best to my ability and the best in a peaceful, compassionate way. Thank you so much.
It blows our minds to even be considered in the same company as some of these people. These are idols of ours, and I just shook hands with Gordon Lightfoot.
I am here to introduce one of our really favorite groups of all time, Blue Rodeo.
We really look up to Gordon, and he was really a big inspiration for us starting this band. Not just his music, but also his character, the way that he, exhibits himself and what he does and how he conducts himself in Canada. We love that.
Thank you all. May the ride continue and keep the rock rolling.
I know that Backwards and Overdrive was a role model for a lot of artists who followed behind us. It gave Canadians the chance to say, we can do that too. And then Loverboy followed in behind it, and people like Bryan Adams.
Last but not least, to the fans and the people of Canada, I want to tell you, you can realize your dreams in this country. I'm living proof.
Can't stop this 'cause we're plotting.
I mean, you've got people like Drake who were inspired by other artists who had been, given a Canada's Walk of Fame star when he got the Alan Slade Award. And he just said it was an honor to just be in that room.
To share this award with with these incredible Canadians, with Roberta, who's been to space. I mean, that's like, I just make rap music and she went to space.
I think it's very important for Canada to have its Walk of Fame. There's a lot of pride here, and I very much feel that.
When I arrived here in Toronto, I said, maybe I should go and see if my star is still there, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of that.
I get asked all the time, what is it with Canadians? Where does all this talent come from?
Well, the commonality is talent, and talent always wins. Good is the enemy of great, and I learned that from Paul Anka and all the people on the Walk of Fame. That's got to be their mantra, too.
Let's take it home, everybody. Here we go. Thank you, Canada. Thank you for my induction into